Hello, welcome back to Whisky Wednesday. I'm Joe and every Wednesday I do whisky video reviews. Right, it's time to review something that I bought for $19.99. It is the Glen Marnoch 18-year-old Aldi supermarket special bottling. So this is Glen Marnoch. First thing to say, it's a non-existent distillery. It's a made-up name. There is no whisky distillery in the world called Glen Marnoch. So that's number one. It's a single malt. Legally it has to be. Highland single malt Scotch whisky. Doesn't say anywhere on the box, on the bottle, online, which distillery it comes from. But there's a lot of talk about the Aldi bottlings. And just like independent bottlings and anything like that, people can buy whisky from distilleries and bottle it under their own name. And at a price of £20, I think it was actually knocked down. It was meant to be £25, but it was knocked down to $19.99, which is just ridiculously good value. They actually go quite quickly, and I think last year or 2 years ago, Aldi released a 40-year-old single malt for the ridiculous price of, I think it's about £50, which is just ridiculously good. But there's no indication to what distillery it's from or anything like that. But we're going to see what it's like. It's bottled at 40%, just a kind of rich, kind of rustic colour. Please let me know if any of you guys or girls have tried the Glen Marnoch, because they do a range. They do like a 12-year-old, an 18, a 24, a 30, but they get bought up very quickly because they're just really, really good prices for what is, it's a single malt whiskey. It is from a distillery in Scotland. I've got an idea what I think distillery it comes from. Let's give it a nose. On the nose, bit of kind of apricot jam. So I'd say it's probably a mixture of bourbon cask and sherry cask matured whiskey. So apricot jam, bit of cinnamon spice. There's that kind of cakey spice. So yeah, just cinnamon, maybe a bit of allspice, bit of sweet vanilla. I'm getting that kind of from the bourbon cask maturation, and a little bit of sherry cask maturation. Get a lot of wood, oak, kind of woody note, and the kind of overriding, the dominant smell is kind of caramel and toffee. Actually a very nice nose, just nothing complex, but just pleasant. Apricot jam, cinnamon, caramel, sweet vanilla. Alright, let's give it a taste. Struggling to get much more on the nose. Right, let's give it a taste. Right, first impressions. Very pleasant little drum. There's absolutely no off notes in there. There's no taste that make me think, oh, what's that? That's come from a weird cask or perfectly drinkable. As you can see, I drank a bit of this when I first got it with some fellow whiskey lovers, and the kind of general consensus was it was pretty damn tasty. Aside that, tasting notes: bit of sweet toffee, bit of caramel, kind of like old-fashioned toffee, kind of Werther's Originals, Thornson's toffee. Let's give it another taste to get some more flavours. Bit of caramel cake, bit of ginger cake, bit of sticky toffee pudding, and there is a fruitiness there, so you're getting raisins, dried apricots, kind of fresh red currant, so there's a bit of life in there too. Yeah, but decent little malt. We'll give it one more taste for the finish. The finish: sweet wood, bit of spice, quite a lot of oak, sweet oak vanilla, but it's relatively short finish. What can I say? Glen Marnoch. I think, personally, it's a stab in the dark, but if I was to guess any distillery, I'd probably say Dalmore. And the reason I say Dalmore is I always kind of get apricot jam notes from the Dalmores that I try, and it's got the apricot jam note. I could be completely wrong. I'm guessing Dalmore, but we don't know. It's a Highland single malt. It's called Glen Marnoch. It was 20 quid, and for that, they get to 7 out of 10. You know, it's not a hugely complex whiskey, but flavour-wise, it's lovely flavours. Really nice, very easy drinking. It's 20 quid, so look out for it. Especially at Christmas, there's bound to be probably maybe a 30-year-old or 40-year-old. You know what? They're worth buying just to see what they're like. You know, it's 50 quid or however much for a 40-year-old single malt. This is 20 quid for an 18-year-old single malt. Ridiculous. So yeah, Glen Marnoch 18 from Aldi. And let me know, please do let me know if you've tried it, and leave me a comment either in the video or on Twitter when I post this, or on Facebook. I'd be really interested to see what you have to say. Okay, I will see you next week. Cheers.